Hello and welcome. I have a sweet little Christmas junk journal I want to share with you today. I am a little bit late in getting this done, but I worked on it for a really long time and I enjoyed it a lot actually. I wish I had started sooner, but that's the way it goes sometimes. I wanted to start out by measuring it. It's approximately 7.5 inches tall and about 5.25 inches across, and then it has about a 1.5 inch spine, and it does have a cloth spine, just so you know. The papers are bound into the cloth spine. It has look at these cute little charms that I put there. I just love that. It has one signature, but quite a lot in it. So I'm going to flip through it and show you. Obviously that's the cover. It has a lot of lace, fabric, some vintage and some modern pieces. This is actually a little tuck spot, but I didn't have anything to put in there quite yet, or it got quite chunky actually is what I'm trying to say. So I didn't put anything in there, even though I'm planning to include all these little extra bits and pieces and probably more that I didn't use in the journal, so that you can decorate it the way you want. So that's what I did here. I included in this belly band a card, but also some extra little pieces of paper, and this is a beautiful vintage graph paper that I used somewhere in here. Now honestly I can't even remember, but I did use it in here because I had that little scrap left over. I have some vintage book pages and ledger paper. Some of it's more modern paper. I used some of these images are from a little Tim Holtz Christmas ephemera package. This is not a pocket or tuck spot. I just clipped this on here because I wanted to see the fabric underneath. That was the main inspiration for this journal, was this fabric, and I didn't want to cover it up too much on the cover, so that's what I clipped there, which I think looks cute. I like clips in junk journals. And then when you flip it open, it has another little flip. Let me turn it this way. Another little flip here with like a mini journal with some pages that you can decorate or write on, ledger paper, French dictionary paper, a vintage scrap of a napkin I bought at a thrift store. This looks vintage, but it's actually a copy of vintage paper that is vintage ledger paper, an old vintage French book that I have. So it's a mixture of things. It's a mixture. So this is a little tuck spot and with a beautiful old lace. I mean, I just love that lace. Isn't that pretty? I didn't want to put anything too bulky in there, just to not to take away from the beauty of the lace. You don't have to put anything in there, obviously. And then there's a lot here, but there's still a lot of room to decorate and add your own pieces. And then this is a little pocket with a tag. How sweet is that? That I made using, this is actually vintage deli paper, believe it or not, that I found a couple of years ago. It was by chance at an antique event. Okay, so let's go to this side, and there's a little tuck spot here where I added a card and another extra little scrap of paper that I used, that I didn't use, I used in the book, but I didn't use it all. Hello. This is the copy of a vintage paper, and then another little card. How pretty is that? This is vintage ledger paper that I made into a pocket. Some music paper, obviously. A little scrap from the Tim Holtz package with a little green clip on there. Some of my beautiful green paper, which is so versatile. I've been using that paper a lot, and it fits with so many different things. It has several charms. Here's the little star charm. Hopefully you can see that. And I made this, this into a pocket as well. I just tucked in some extra paper that I had because, again, it was getting chunky, so I didn't want to get carried away. And I just decorated some of the things. I made another little pocket there with another card and some, I think that's avocado dyed paper. Gosh, I can't remember. A Christmas tree charm. How cute is that? Green with the little elf. And then this is another little pocket with some vintage lace and this sweet, sweet girl. I just thought she was so pretty. And that's the center. I found the signature in with red thread, of course. It's a little card that I just clipped in because, again, I didn't want to go overboard in decorating everything. This is actually more decorated than I normally do. Little wreath charm and another card in a pocket. How cute is that? And this is a copy of vintage paper. It's not the original. Another little pocket. How sweet. And I stapled this in so that you can remove it if you would like to move it somewhere else. And this is a collage I did with another copy of an old paper and a book page that I put paint on. How sweet is that? Little dog, the fabric. And then the other side of that green paper, this is a little tuck spot that I put a little card in. And I clipped it just to make sure it didn't fall out. A little charm there. I thought that was cute. And then, see, there's a lot of space I didn't decorate. I feel like I put a lot in here. Some more cards and extra papers. Oops. And more. This is like a mini collage with one paper and a little tag there. I stapled that in too. And then I made this card that I clipped in. I love that image. And it's just a card that you can move. This is a fabric page, so you can move it somewhere else. And then this is the other side of that fabric, obviously. This is actually some vintage wallpaper. And I know it's a little bit tropical looking, but it's red and green, very Christmassy looking to me. So I love that paper. And you know, you can put a photograph here. You can do, you know, whatever. I was gonna clip something in, but again, it was getting quite chunky. Okay, this is a page that I also put together using some modern fabric. Oops, I'm bumping, sorry, the table. And a copy of a vintage image with some vintage lace and ribbon. I thought that was really pretty. And then this is, again, copy of vintage sheet music with a little pocket, and I just put a pretty card in there. Another pocket that I collaged and put, this is actual old ledger paper, a card backed with ledger paper with a copy of a vintage image. And this is actually a little pocket that I tucked these Tim Holtz pieces in. I love the way that looks too. On a little belly band, I put this sweet little girl. Some of these vintage images come from the Graphics Fairy, and some come from a digital kit, and some are Tim Holtz, so it's a variety. And this is the very back, and I put a little crocheted vintage piece that I also found somewhere along the way. So thanks for watching. I hope you like this little journal. I really love it, and I loved making it. I'm going to list it in my Etsy shop, so it'll be available, and I'll put the link down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.